What's up, YouTube? NFL fans out there, sports fans. It's your boy Walt Baby 8, and this is my week 4 Quattro. Y'all can see that Quattro pick / predictions. Last week, I don't know. I don't really look at my record all that often. I know I'm not gonna be 100%. That'll be amazing. That probably the only time y'all hear me say what my record was from last week, when I got everything right, but I'm pretty sure I did not. So, yeah. Let's jump into this week's picks. Forget about last week. Starting off, we got Carolina Panthers going to Chicago to play the Bears. Panthers got the first one of the season last week in a kind of more calm game for Cam Newton. He didn't throw for 400, his usual 400 plus yards, but the thing that matters is he got his first NFL win. Chicago, on the other hand, lost to their arch rival Green Bay, and they might be looking for revenge. But I think Cam Newton, he's pretty unfazed, so I can see him going to Chicago and playing well, and the Panthers actually establishing somewhat of a running game. Even though the Bears' defense is pretty good, I think the Panthers are going to try to do that a little more. So, I mean, they're my favorite team, so I got to pick the Panthers. Moving on, got the Buffalo Bills going to Cincinnati, play the Cincinnati Bengals. It's a pretty good matchup. Buffalo's undefeated. Everybody's comparing them to the Buffalo Bills of the 90s when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They lost, but those were some special teams. I don't know if they're as good as those old teams, but I mean they're not the Buffalo Bills of last year. These are your brother's Buffalo Bills. These are not your little cousin's Buffalo Bills that are horrible. So it's a different team. Stevie Johnson on the outside, electric receiver, got a great tight end. Fitzpatrick out of Harvard is proven to be a great quarterback. So I mean, the only knock on Buffalo is their defense, and we'll have to see how that plays against Cincinnati. But Cincinnati's an unproven team, so I don't think Buffalo should struggle here. Got Buffalo. Moving on, got Tennessee going into Cleveland. Cleveland is up and down. Tennessee, they look like they found the groove. Hasselbeck is throwing all over the place. Hopefully Chris Johnson will start toting the rock a lot more. I think Tennessee will get this done. Moving on, Detroit Lions going into Dallas to play the Dallas Cowboys. Detroit's another team like Buffalo is undefeated, and it's taking a lot of people by surprise. Dallas, they got a pretty good win last week. Monday night against Washington. It was a field goal fest, but Dallas still got the W. Dallas is a pretty good team. They're a pretty dangerous team in that division. Detroit is the same way. Good team, dangerous team. This should be a really good matchup. It might be the game of the week. Y'all know how I feel about Dallas, so I'm going with Detroit. Moving on, Pittsburgh and Houston. Houston's at home. Houston is putting up numbers like crazy. Andre Johnson, y'all know he's a beast. The question is, can Arian Foster stay healthy? He's got a hamstring injury that's nagging him, and y'all know who that is. That's something you can't diagnose. It just comes and goes. So we'll see how that goes. Pittsburgh's got to, they got to start protecting Ben Roethlisberger, and he's got to get rid of the ball, because against the Colts, they're lucky to have won that game, because Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, they were rushing at will. And Ben was just doing his usual pump fake, and they eventually got to him. So Houston's got a pretty good defense. They got 3-4 change of pace this year, but they still got Super Mario Williams. So I think that'll be the edge. I think Pittsburgh will force some turnovers and Houston will force some turnovers, and they'll get the W here at home. Moving on, New Orleans and Jacksonville. Jacksonville lost to my Carolina Panthers last week. It was Blaine Gabbert's first start. He didn't look bad. It was piss and rain, so it's pretty hard to throw in that. So you can't. It's not an accurate read of how he's going to do for the rest of his career or the rest of the season. New Orleans, y'all know how they play, but Jacksonville has a pretty good defense. So I think they'll keep New Orleans contained for the most part. But I see New Orleans pulling away in the fourth quarter and winning this. Got New Orleans there. Moving on. Got the Minnesota Vikings going into Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Kansas City is winless. I think Minnesota is also winless. But Kansas City is the worst team. The worser team. Minnesota, they've been close. They've had leads and they just blown them. It's like a lack of discipline over there. Like they have a lead, but they just let it go. So all they need to do is tweak a few things here and there. They got a good quarterback, great running back, good defense, and they'll be fine. But I think there'll be a good game for them to rebound and turn their season around right here. So I'm picking Minnesota to win on the road. Moving on, got the San Francisco 49ers going into Philly to play the Eagles. Michael Vick, first his hand was broke, then now his hand's bruised. Vick, he took a little heat this week because how he addressed the refs, in the media. He said that they weren't calling calls for him and all this. Well, he had a point though, because he had a concussion the week before, and I think it was I don't know who it was from the Giants, hit him square in the chin. Like that chin strap is not going to protect anything. Hit him square in the chin with his helmet. He was right. Any other quarterback, they would have called it. So, I mean, some people say Vick went about it the wrong way, but I think, if you don't say nothing, nobody's gonna know, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Let me get back to the pick though. San Francisco they're decent. Philly is a better team. Philly's at home. Especially if Vick plays and they can keep him upright, I see them winning this game. So I'll go with Philly. Moving on, Washington going to St. Louis. St. Louis has let a lot of people down this year. Washington is looked better. The defense has looked better. So I think Washington is the overall better team, so I'll roll with them. New York Giants going to Arizona. This is an interesting matchup. I'll go with, it's like a toss-up game. I'll go Arizona since they're home. I think they'll rebound. Moving on, Atlanta going to Seattle. This should be a no-brainer. Atlanta should win this. If they don't win this, something's wrong. Seattle's not that bad, but Atlanta is clearly the better team. So moving on, got Denver going to Green Bay. Green Bay, defending Super Bowl champs. They should have this. Denver will put up a fight though. I'll roll with Green Bay, just because they're a better team and they're at home. So moving on, New England going to Oakland. This will be a great game. Oakland is better than most people think. They gave Buffalo a run for their money, who beat New England last week. So this should be Oakland should play them close. And Oakland's at home, so I give the edge to Oakland. Even though most people think New England will win this, but New England has some chemistry issues with Ocho Cinco and Tom Brady, and you can't throw it to Wes Welker all that much. You can throw it to him a lot, but teams are gonna eventually start figuring that shit out. And then the Patriots' lack of defense is gonna really hurt them against Jason Campbell and the Oakland Raiders and Darren McFadden. So Oakland's at home. I'll roll with Oakland. That's a hostile environment. Moving on, Miami going to San Diego. This should be a really good game too. I have to get the edge of San Diego because they're at home. Because Miami Dolphins. That's a team that a lot of people don't really know a lot about. So I'll leave them alone until I find out more about them, and I'll pick the Chargers. That takes us to the Sunday night game. Got the Jets going into Baltimore. This should be a straight up defensive game. Rex Ryan going back to his old stomping grounds. I think Baltimore's gonna get after him, but I see the Jets playing inspired football and getting this out, winning by a field goal. So picking the Jets. Moving on, Monday night game, the Colts and the Buccaneers in Tampa. The Colts, they play good against the Steelers, mostly because they're pass rush. But Tampa Bay is a whole different animal. They're a whole different team. Got a really good quarterback, young quarterback, in Josh Freeman. My fault. Indianapolis is that they're starting a new quarterback in Curtis Painter because Kerry Collins got hurt. He got a concussion, so it looks kind of unlikely for him to play. So Tampa Bay's got all the chips on their side, so I'll roll with Tampa Bay. So that's about it, y'all. Remember, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe. This your boy Walt Baby 8. Week 4 picks. Holla at y'all.